So this is always a good one, Pat's Bingo. We've never actually been in there. We'll have a bit of a walk in and just see what it's like. So this one's Dale Muse Street. I never sort of ventured down here. It looks like it's like a little tunnel you can go through, and it just leads back to the other streets. But yeah, I've never actually been down here. Dale Muse Street. And welcome back to a brand new video. So what we're going to do, we're going to have a bit of a walk along the promenade, see what's going on with the demolition and much more. So come and join me. So we just arrived at the courts, the first one we're going to drop in on, and you can see they've been busy ripping the whole of the left-hand side out. So I'm going to have a bit of a close look, and yeah, so it is. You just see all the people watching there and observing what's going on. Let's go and have a bit of a closer look. So you can see the machine has stopped at present. Look, all the looks like metal there. He's gathered it into a huge pile. Look at that one. They've certainly been getting on with this one. Imagine having a bit of a tea break after all the hard work today. So just a little further down, you can see it looks like they've been clearing it all, and they've got sort of huge skips. So looks like they've flattened it, but now they just cleared it all the way, ready for the next phase. And just going down a little further, you can see there's a couple of machines there, and they're just sort of resting at the moment. And, but yeah, they're getting on with this now. I was there the other day when I took the whole of that section down. Remember that video? I think it was a couple of days ago. And the whole wall and the whole of that sort of garage section came crumbling down. So just a bit of a shot up the top. You get a bit more of an aerial view from this angle. And you know how things have changed, you know, over the last sort of couple of months with this one. And they're, like I say, it's not long before you just see, oh, you hear the big thud over there, and it's not long, like I say, before the start on the police station, and they're going to be starting that just after the first bank holiday in May. So here he comes again, and looks like the old. These are all sort of parts off the roof. You hear that squeaking. And there he goes, gathering some more of this up. As he whips the arm right round, and he's moving right over there. It looks like he's piling them up over in that section, just over on the right hand side. So this is like the section they've been concentrating on now. It looks like they're concentrating more on the Bonnie Street section, and like I said, there's huge chunks being taken out, and you see all the doorways, what used to lead into various rooms within the courts. So I think we'll leave the courts for a day, just a bit of an update. I think it's just more of a sort of tidying up this one. And you can see they've cleaned a lot of it out, you know, all the old debris. And imagine it's all been thrown in them huge skips and taken away. And I think all he's doing is just removing all the old pieces. So he's going for his own head. He's moving the head out the way there. But yeah, but you can just see how much. Let's move the camera back to the left. You can just see how much they've been attacking this one. You see all the reinforced wire just above the pillars. And that's all come out the concrete. And what an absolute scorching day today in Blackpool. It just feels like a proper summer's day. The temperature's red hot. And so we're going to have a bit of a walk along the promenade, the beach, and we're going to have a bit of adventure on North Pier, because I want to show you something on North Pier. So just near the central pier, looks like something's going on. It's like security, undercover police on the radio. And yeah, we'll have a bit of a walk, like I said, along the beach. What a day! You see Central Pier. Is the little terrace bar. You see that's packed out as well. And what a shot that is again, you know, with the blue skies and the old lollipops. Look at that. Yeah, it's not that busy, to be honest, the beach. I'd imagine a lot of people will be at work, but I'd imagine it will soon be busy later on. Now, something must have happened. We've got the police there, and also an ambulance has just turned up, and apparently something gone on just underneath Central Pier. So we're not going to get involved with that one, but yeah, there's always something happens in Blackpool. So just a bit of a shot looking over the beach, and just see in the picture the shadow of the big wheel which is going round. And you can see we've got an ambulance, and there's a lady just down there. Looks like some accident has occurred. I hope she's okay. But yeah, you can just see, like I said, the shadow on the beach, and what a sizzling, what a gorgeous day it is today. So we got the van doors open, so something has gone on. Like I said, it's you don't need it. It's not in the sort of today's society. People should just be enjoying themselves, enjoying the sunshine. Life is too short for bickering and arguing. So just have a bit of a walk along the beach line, and like I said, I want to show you something on the North Pier, because apparently there's a little business opportunity for somebody to get into, and it's just on the North Pier. So I want to have a bit of a look at that one. It's always a nice walk along the North Pier, but you can just say, you know, like I said, even though it's sort of 3:30 in the afternoon on a Thursday, it still attracts a lot of people. I just imagine, like I said, in the summer months, you know, your Julys and your Augusts, when everyone's off school and off work, how busy Blackpool will be. So this is always a good one, Pat's Bingo. We've never actually been in there. We'll have a bit of a walk in and just see what it's like. So this is inside Pat's Bingo,
line, 5 and 3,
and it's a great sort of family thing. It's only from 10p a go. Okay, you win all sorts of prizes.
Line, 1 and 7, the Dancing Queen.
So a bit of a walk down. It's Pat's Bingo. If you've never been, like I said, go and have a bit of
Blue
adventure.
line, all the 4s, droopy draws, 44. Red line, 1-0, it's Big Ben. White line.
That was Pat's Bingo, and we thought it would just come out the other side door, and you see the lifeboat, and you got Tommy Cuttle's bar and all the bars along that way as well. So this one's Dale Muse Street. I never sort of ventured down it. It looks like it's like a little tunnel you can go through, and it just leads back to the other streets. But yeah, I've never actually been down here. Dale Muse Street. And I wonder if like a little tunnel you can walk down, and you can see all the little doors to different properties. How unusual this one, Dale Muse Street. Look at that. So it's actually the back of the Lifeboat pub, this one, and it's an unusual one. I'd say it's amazing, you know, when you have a bit of a stroll around, and you come across, like I said, all these different little places where you never think you end up going down. So yeah, Dale Muse Street. So I think what we'll do is have a bit of a walk around a few of the little stalls, what's on offer. And look at this one we've come to straight away. And look at all the delicious ice creams and all sorts they're selling here. Look at that one. You can certainly get tempted, like I say, with all the flavours. And like I say, you know, you grab your ice cream and you can grab your all your things for the beach, your flip-flops. This is Golden Mile Gibson souvenirs. And you know, you got your sunglasses, you got all sorts with these little shops. And all look at that little fish and chips, you can have it outside. Look at that one. And, said, you got sort of plenty of little stalls. You know, your little burger bars, your Candyland. You got it all sorts. So, you know, every other one is like a sort of little food outlet, or they sell all the little toys and things for the beach. Always great. So this used to be the old McDonald's right on the corner, Tower Gifts, many years ago. And just sort of whip around here. There used to be the old McDonald's. Who remembers that one when he was in Blackpool? And now, like I said, it's home to Tower Gifts. And look at that, £5 though, donuts. They're a bit expensive. Look at this one. I guess it reminds you a bit of a Jurassic Park. Look at him. Wow. Well, no, he's not for sale. I think it's a bit of a display. And you see all those seagulls there, what the guy was carrying the other day. So we just landed at the North Pier, and this is Blackpool's oldest pier. It's actually Blackpool's longest pier, believe it or not. And the North Pier was originally intended for a sort of general promenading with a sort of a landing jetty completed in 1867, many years ago, and it was actually sort of intended for visitors to make trips to surrounding areas. So despite, you know, the North Pier being 500 metres in length, it's not the longest pier in the UK. And you know, just a couple of the longest ones is the Southend Pier and the Southport Pier. But nevertheless, the views you do get on the North Pier are absolutely incredible. And it's like all these little shops dotted along the North Pier, and you know, they're not very busy in recent times. But you just imagine, you know, back 100 years ago, they would have been absolutely packed out. Look at this one, you know, just imagine having your ice cream, and even sat on one of those little ice cream seats. Look at that. It's the Luxury Lakes ice cream. Let me know if you ever tried this one, or would you try it? And you know, what better way to spend an afternoon, like I said, just having one of those ice creams and admiring the wonderful views. So I mentioned earlier on this little burger bar, little burger box, and you can actually rent this one now. It looks a little tired, but you can actually rent that as a business. So I'll pop the link in, and look at that. How fantastic! Get your own little business on the North Pier. So I hope you enjoyed today's video. A bit of a look around, and like I said, a bit of a look on the North Pier. It's always my favourite. So until next time, don't forget, hit that subscribe button, hit the notification button, and until next time, take care. Bye bye.